Peace and blessings on my social media, friends and family, my followers. Blessings to you all. The holidays is here. Thanksgiving is a few days away. There's a lot going on this time of the year with the government. I guess they gave back the food stamps, the snaps, or whatever. They gave that back to the people that needed it. It would have been a bad time to try to prove a point or make an example. But that's what Trump does. But we're gonna bypass that. I just want to, reflect on some of the things that I've been through in the past, the hardship that I've been through in the past, like being incarcerated during this time of the year. I miss a lot of holidays, a lot of Thanksgivings, a lot of Christmas, a lot of other holidays. When everybody was out there having fun, enjoying life, this message is to the YNs out there. I don't know if y'all really know what you're getting into when y'all be, what they call that, drilling or whatever the case may be, out there on these streets trying to hustle, trying to get money, y'all committing crimes, breaking the law. These are the times that whether you get caught now, you get caught in the future, or you done got caught already and you incarcerated, listen, it's not a game. What we go through, what you got to go through, what your family go through, your kids go through when you get locked up and you going for these holidays. You think you stressed? Yeah, your family stressed, your kids stressed, your baby mama stressed when she got to explain to your sons or your daughters, your kids, that daddy's not coming home. Daddy's in, what we used to say, or what they used to say, daddy's in school, or daddy's in the military. Yeah, all right. How long you think you're going to continue on telling the kids that and they go for it? I'm going to talk about, real quick, brief, about the first time I was incarcerated for Thanksgiving. I was in Spofford, 89, 13 years old. And I was actually involved with a riot. A riot went down back 89 Thanksgiving. Something happened in the mess hall, or something went down in the mess hall with the Central Park rapist kids, the Fab Five or something to that nature, whatever you call them. And the sad part about it, years later, we found out that they was innocent. But they was in the mess hall, dudes. That's when the snitching, it was really, if you snitching, you getting stitches and all that was talked about. And if you was locked up for rape and all that, you had problems. Snitches had problems, rapists had problems, child molesters, all that had problems. If you was incarcerated these years, they was very serious about that. But I'm in Spofford at the time. Things pop off in the mess hall. I remember they got Cornish hens. I couldn't even get my Cornish hen. I couldn't eat my Cornish hen. And you think after the riot, after everything that went down, they gave a heck or cared about us eating? If you ate, you ate. If you didn't, oh well. They locked us down. So some people, if you ain't talked to your family earlier that day, you ain't get to talk to your family. And remember, Thanksgiving and these penitentiaries, dinner is lunch. So 12, 1 o'clock, that's when you get your Thanksgiving dinner. And dinner is a bag lunch with, you don't know what's in it, thick bologna sandwiches or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's bad. So now, when a riot happens, everybody get locked down. There was only I want to say about 3, 4 houses in there. A1, no, A2, A3, B3, B2, B3, something like that. I can't remember all the houses. I know I was in A3 at the time. That was the house for the little young dudes, the little dudes, And I remember one of the dudes from the Fab Five, his name was Antoine McCrae. He was up in there. I remember him early that day, and the news came on, or clipping of the news, and they was showing him, and he was sitting there in a chair crying, man. But he was a cool dude, though. But he was like, yo, saying, I ain't do it, we ain't do it. They setting us up, but nobody believed that. But now, as a young kid going through that, away from your family, stress, You can't use the phone. You locked down. It was bad. It was stressful. But, you know, that kind of made a dude numb to a lot of things. And that didn't make nothing better for me or anybody in the future, I believe, that lived the life of crime. So when you commit these crimes and you get locked up, don't think anybody got any love for you. Life goes on, man. People that you was out there, you was committing crime, you was talking about, you was paying bills, you was doing that. You was committing crimes for them. When you leave them messed up. You think they're going to have the money and have the stuff to still take care of you? Especially if you drilling and they know you're going to be gone for a long time. If you did leave any money, they're going to do what they got to do to survive. They're not going to blow that money because they want to. They're going to blow that money because they have to. Poverty is no joke. And these hoods back in the day is no joke. Now the holidays is coming around. Like I said, these kids is looking for their fathers. Because we fast forward now, we talking about grown men being locked up. Everybody looking around the table sometime and they might be like, damn, I wish such and such was here. This is the 3rd Thanksgiving he missed, or the 5th Thanksgiving he missed, or the 10th Thanksgiving he missed. Is he ever going to come home? Your name might come up for a few minutes. But then it's back to everyday life. The reality, we got to live. You know, and it's sad because Thanksgiving ain't really Thanksgiving. If you do the history, you do the knowledge of it. You know what I'm saying? What the Pilgrims did to what they did to the Indians, it was no joke. And they kept it mass, you know what I'm saying, covered this up for many years. And they was teaching us giving us false information growing up. You know, and it goes back to when they say Christopher Columbus discovered America. Did he really discover America? Hell no, he ain't discovered America. How you discover something when there's already people here? But that's another story. I just want people to be mindful that's on these streets, these YNs. Like, it's no joke when you lock down these cells. Because you know what? Them COs and everybody, they going home and they going to spend Thanksgiving with their family. You're going to be locked down because a lot of these jails, especially even in penitentiaries, they locking these jails down at 4 or 5 o'clock at night. They resume the program tomorrow. Yet people is doing their thing. Living life, going on. That's what's happening. The world don't stop because you got locked up. You're out there drilling. Come on, man. Be smarter than that. Think about your family. It's ways to get rich. It's ways to get money without there being on the streets, committing crime, hurting people. Because the only thing we're hurting is us. Us. You know, we're not really hurting nobody. And now this new day and age, these credit card schemes and scams and all that, they tighten up on that, but, you know, how long does that last? I remember back in the day, all that credit card and the scheme and scamming. I remember it was the, what they call that LBG community, the gay community. You know, those are the ones that was doing all the credit card schemes, swiping and all this stuff. Now, you know, you got these YNs or whoever, you know, these young dudes, they doing that. Messing people credit up, messing with people money, you know. But I guess that's life, right? You can sit there and figure out how to scam somebody when you could be on that same computer figuring out how you could get you a decent job. Work, build, how you gonna put your family together. Think about going to a trade school. Look up a trade school or something to go to. Because at the end of the day, I say it all the time, at the end of the day, you're going to end up getting a job. You get jammed up, parole going to make you get a job. They're going to start trying to program you in jail. Parole going to make you get a job and you get out, or you're going to go back to jail. You know, you be a fool. You want to keep on living that lifestyle. Play the games, get somebody to get you a fake job or fake pay stubs and all that. You know, how long all that's gonna last? How long? Like, yo, come on. You ain't got to work, start your own business. I remember back in the day, people commit crimes so they could go legit, so they could start their business because they didn't want to work for nobody. Now people commit crimes just to buy jewelry, clothes, things of that nature. There's no purpose no more. Oh, I gotta eat. Your ass gonna eat in the penitentiary too. 3 meals a day. You know? No responsibility either. But you're gonna eat. Okay, you're gonna eat what you don't wanna eat. Keep on throwing bricks at the jail. Like I said, my message is like, yo, learn from people's mistakes and be smart about the things you do. If you really love your family, you'll do the right thing. And I don't want to hear there's no jobs out here. There's a whole lot of jobs wherever you go. You just gotta want to work it. You just have to and want to work it. Set your focus on it. It might not be the best job, but they got a lot of jobs out here that'll help you pay your bills. You can contribute to whatever other money is coming into the household. Start building. You know, teach your kids. Talk to them. Don't depend on the system to help you. Help yourself. Remember, everything starts at home. So make sure your house is right. Get you a job, let your kids see you working, going to school, doing the right thing, so they don't sit back and be lazy and think they could scam and do all that. And also, be mindful what you talk and how you talk in front of your kids, because they remember everything. So once again, I'm going to say peace and blessings. Stay up. Enjoy your holidays. Don't do too much partying and drinking. Especially don't drink and drive, because you don't want to hurt not only yourself, but you don't want to hurt other people's family as well. It's the holidays. Peaceful. Blessings. Peace.